We want to divide 3x cubed minus 4x plus 8 by x minus 2. So just a reminder that this could also be written in this format. 3x cubed minus 4x plus 8 divided by x minus 2. Two different ways of presenting the same problem. So we want to take a look at our divisor here. And we want to notice that the divisor, which is the quantity that you're dividing by, it is linear, number one. So our divisor is linear, it's raised to the first power. And more specifically, it's in the form of x minus a constant. X minus a constant. So if you think to yourself, if you take x minus 2, the divisor, and if you were to set it equal to 0, you'd have an answer of x equals positive 2. So that's the number that we're going to have out in front in the box for our synthetic division. Now we're going to just list the coefficients of what we're dividing into. So our coefficients would be a 3. Then notice you're missing here, we're missing an x squared term, so you do need to include a 0 for the x squared term that's missing. And then negative 4, and we end with the constant, which is positive 8. So our synthetic division, the 3 travels down, and then we multiply by what's in the box. So 3 times 2 is 6, and then we add straight down, 0 plus 6. Multiply again by what's in the box, add straight down. Multiply by what's in the box, and then again adding straight down. So what we have here, the 3, 6, 8, 24, these are going to be the new coefficients, and they're going to be the coefficients of what we call the quotient, or in other words, they're the coefficients of our answer. But you do need to go back to the original problem and take into consideration that we were taking a 3x cubed, a cubic basically, and dividing it by x to the first power. So think about when we were dividing an x cubed by x to the first power, we'll end up with an x squared. So this 3 actually is the coefficient of the x squared term. So that represents 3x squared. And then plus 6x plus 8. So the 24, the very last number here, doesn't turn out to be really a coefficient, but rather it's our remainder. So we have 3x squared plus 6x plus 8. And then we write it as plus our remainder, which is 24, divided by our divisor. And our divisor was x minus 2. So my answer would be 3x squared plus 6x plus 8 plus 24 divided by x minus 2. One more quick note about how you would check this if you wanted to. If you were interested in checking this, you would multiply. So you multiply basically the quotient. You multiply that by the divisor. And then you're going to add back in the remainder. So for example, our quotient is 3x squared plus 6x plus 8. We'll multiply that by x minus 2, the divisor, and then add back in the remainder of 24. And if we've done this correctly, then we'll be back with our original, the original all the way back here at the top, the original 3x cubed minus 4x plus 8. They call that the dividend. So if I do this quick distributing, let's see what happens. We end up with 3x cubed. 3x squared times negative 2 is negative 6x squared. Then we have 6x times x, so that's a positive 6x squared, times negative 2 is a negative 12x. And then 8 times x, and 8 times negative 2. And then we have the remainder added back in. So you'll notice that the 6x squared subtract out, and negative 12x plus 8x is a minus 4x. Oops. Did you catch my mistake here? Sorry about that. Let me distribute again. 8 times negative 2 is a negative 16. Try that again. All right, and then once we add the negative 16 plus 24, we end up with a positive 8. And then you check this against what we started with. And sure enough, 3x cubed minus 4x plus 8 was our original dividend, so we did this correctly.